Hi, today in our biochemistry course, we're going to talk about glycolysis pathway. Come on and follow us. First, we have to understand what is glycolysis, and it's the premier metabolic pathway responsible for the creation of ATP, pyruvate, and NADH. Also, we have to know some important characteristics. For example, that is an anaerobic reaction, starts in the cytosol, and we're going to break up glucose 6-carbon ring into 2 3-carbon molecules. But we have to remember that in our body, this process is done by our cells with the presence of oxygen. Process of released energy because of the degradation of simple sugar units. We need to have clear that is the conversion of 1 molecule of glucose into 2 pyruvates and 2 NADH. Also, we are going to obtain 4 ATPs. This process needs the investment of 2 ATPs in order to work, and as a result, it generates 4 ATPs. But the real gain is of 2 ATPs. And what else does glycolysis produce? In addition of the 4 ATPs, glycolysis results in 2 pyruvates and 2 NADH. It is very important to understand the role of NADH, and it is going to be used to power more ATP later in the process. Steps for the glycolysis. In the first step, the glucose is phosphorylated by ATP to form a sugar phosphate. The isomerization moves the carbonyl oxygen from C1 to C2, forming a ketose from an aldose sugar. Fructose 1,6-biphosphate breaks down to generate 2 3-carbon sugars, dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate is isomerized to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Two molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate are oxidized, and a new high-energy anhydrate linkage to phosphate are formed. In the step number 7, the transfer to ADP of the high-energy phosphate group that was generated in the step 6 forms ATP. The remaining phosphate ester linkage in 3-phosphoglycerate, which has a relatively low free energy of hydrolysis, is moved from C3 to C2 to form 2-phosphoglycerate. In the step number 9, the removal of water from 2-phosphoglycerate creates a high-energy enol phosphate linkage. Finally, the transfer to ADP of the high-energy phosphate group that was generated in step 9 forms ATP, completing glycolysis. It is important to highlight that glycolysis is the fastest way for the cell to obtain energy. Now, we are going to review the importance of glycolysis in nutrition. Glycolysis is the ultimate destination of the nutrients we consume daily. Knowing how our cells perform this process changes the perspective of the way we see food. Why? Because some foods consumed in excess cause that this process gets altered or stored in the body, causing many health problems. Thank you for watching us, and we hope you understand a little bit better this important process in our body.